Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes, brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, Long Island's largest provider of rock salt and all snow melting products that you'll need as we move through this winter. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125. They are just north of the Southern State Parkway. And scrapers might come in handy in case we get a little bit of freezing rain in the next couple of days. It looks like Friday might be the day. And also Petalo, calcium chloride pellets, considered the best when it comes to snow melt. And of course, all that rock salt, which they have plenty of. So check out Omni True Value Hardware, and their website is omnitruevalue.com. And just looking at some of the computer model forecasts, and these are the model forecasts for ice accretion for Friday, where we think we're going to see freezing rain. And some of these numbers look a little bit on the aggressive side. We're also going to be monitoring temperatures Friday morning to see how far south the freezing line gets, because it does look like it could get rather cold here Thursday night into Friday morning because of a big high building. Uh, some of these amounts are on the order of 4 and 5/10 of an inch. Perhaps again, they might be a bit too aggressive, but we certainly could see anywhere from 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch ice accretion from northernmost Virginia on up through the Hudson Valley and into western Massachusetts and central and western Connecticut. We'll have to see whether we might have to nudge that line down further. Looks like might be a risk for some ice accretion in northern New Jersey, particularly in the northwestern counties, the way we see it at the moment. So, meanwhile, it has gotten colder today. We have a cold front that moved through yesterday, and of course, now we have high pressure that is building in. And our temperatures have definitely taken a drop, and they're going to drop some more tonight into Wednesday morning. Meanwhile, the next low is already getting ready to come out of the plains and head towards the Great Lakes. That brings another cold front here on Thursday. So, from the standpoint of actual precipitation, we have no weather problems to speak of today or tomorrow, and only a minimal amount on Thursday when that front moves on through. Meanwhile, just want to point out on the National Weather Service radar that there are some snow showers showing up on the radars in the Catskills and points north and west as you head up into upstate New York as the lake effect continues. And some of these bands have made it down into northeastern Pennsylvania and also into Sullivan County. Out in Pennsylvania, we also have go west of Harrisburg and Chambersburg, and you head into the central part of the state, and some of those lake effect snow bands are taking shape there, and they're moving southeastward. Some of them may survive the trip over the mountains and make it into eastern Pennsylvania or even into south central Pennsylvania this afternoon. If you see a snow shower, don't be too shocked over it. And we've got a nice cold high that is building overhead. There's our front that's offshore, and here's the next storm back out in southern Colorado with the snaking warm front across North Texas and in through Louisiana. Temperatures in the 60s and even getting into the 70s today in Texas, while it's in the 30s and 40s and even the 20s and teens as you go far enough north into the Dakotas. So we're going to move these weather systems along. As far as the system for Friday into Saturday, we're looking at rainfall amounts that are going to be running on the order of about 3/4 of an inch to 1.25 inches. Heavy precip in the lower Mississippi Valley, some 3 and 5 inch rainfall amounts here because they not only are dealing with today's weather system that's coming out, but the one that is going to be coming out for Thursday and for Friday. WPC, the weather prediction, folks, this is only through Friday morning, and I just put in here the probability of at least 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain, and they do have some indicated here across northern Pennsylvania to the Catskills. I'm not so sure that that's going to happen. That might be reflecting perhaps a forecast of speed. Also, we do have the weather front that's coming through Wednesday night and Thursday morning that might have a little bit of precip with that, but I'm not overly concerned with this first shot that is moving right along. And as far as snow is concerned, just pulled up WPC's forecast for Saturday into Sunday. You see, snow is not an issue here from this weather system for our neck of the woods. More so, once you go north of Albany, you start to see the probabilities for at least an inch increasing as we go through the day on Saturday. So let's take you through the forecast here on how this is all going to play out. It's a bit on the complex side, and we are seeing here's our low that's moving toward the Great Lakes now. High pressure overhead, so we're okay for the rest of the day for the most part. Clear and cold tonight, upper teens to mid 20s. Should be 30s to near 40 tomorrow. Cold front approaches and moves through maybe a couple of rain showers with that, and maybe a little bit of sleet or snow on the northern fringe of it. And then that high is going to settle in for Thursday night into Friday morning. Check out these low temperatures that are being forecast for Friday morning. We're talking about temperatures getting down into the 20s across northern New Jersey, Long Island, down into southeastern Pennsylvania, 20s to near 30. That freezing line makes it fairly far to the south. And of course, if you look up to the north, up the Hudson Valley, where we're looking at temperatures that are down in the lower 20s in many instances, we might see these numbers actually get nudged down even a bit lower. So that will be setting the table up for the potential for Friday as this low goes well to our west. But you see that high to the north. Again, this is going to be about the high wedging southward. And while the high levels of the atmosphere are warm, the low levels are going to be cold. And we do see an area of expanding freezing rain across Pennsylvania into northern New Jersey. This is by Friday afternoon, 1 p.m. And by 7 p.m., that freezing rain has moved out of Pennsylvania and into the Hudson Valley. And then we're seeing snow further north up into New England, rain everywhere else. We're going to have to work out the details over the next couple of days with this. And then weather conditions should improve for Saturday somewhat. There's a little secondary wave there off the Carolina coast. I think most of that should slide out underneath us and not produce any issues here. So overall, the weekend shouldn't be too bad. Sunday probably slightly better than Saturday, and then we'll start off next week on the dry and chilly side. The Joe and Joe Weather Show is coming up for tonight, and that will be at 6 o'clock at 7:30 Eastern time. So we'll get you all updated on what the afternoon weather models are doing with all of this. And Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, Long Island's largest rock salt provider. 631-756-1125, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, with the best prices in town. We'll see you tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:30 Eastern time on my YouTube channel.